Hi, my name is Eric, and I'm the writer and artist of the Interplanet Gazette. You can find that at ipgcomic.com. I'm IPG Comic on pretty much every social media: Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Salty Bet if you're ever on there. I'm IPG Comic. Sorry. So today's episode is going to be called Why Hasn't There Been Any Interplanet Gazette Updates Lately? And the main reason for that has been I've been watching a lot of Space Dandy lately. And that's not to say that I've been watching something instead of creating something, so much as I've been comparing those two universes. See, Space Dandy and the Interplanet Gazette both take place in a similar universe that's centered around the discovery of the paranormal, supernatural, extraterrestrial, and things of that nature. Space Dandy being framed around the idea of being bounty hunters, whereas the Interplanet Gazette is framed around them being news reporters, but still similar universes. One thing I really enjoy about Space Dandy is they really take advantage of that just wide berth of how crazy and huge the universe can be. The Interplanet Gazette, I felt, isn't doing that yet. And it's one of those things where I've watched Space Dandy and I'm thinking to myself, wow, this is what the Interplanet Gazette could be if I wasn't terrible. Which is a terrible mindset. Do not create something and then compare it to something that's all the way up here and start dumping down on yourself. And that's one thing that I did, and I've lost a little bit of time doing because I've had to clear myself out and go, it's okay. There's things that I'm learning from this experience, and I'm going to get better from it. Could I have gotten to the action of this chapter a little bit quicker? Yeah, I could have. But that's part of the learning process. And it's taking some time to get out of my mind and realize that. So that's part of what the issue has been. Just enjoying, not hating myself for creating this comic and it not being amazing off top. I'm learning that going ahead and being okay with the fact that you've got to learn. You're not going to win the Super Bowl the first time. You got to take time to get good. And even though it's an obvious truth, you sometimes forget that. You have this idea of how you want this the story to be so great. This is your baby, and you want it to do all these great things, and it's got to crawl first before it can become president. The second thing, and the second reason why there's been a little bit slow on updates, is that we're recording this right now on a Surface Pro, which is amazing. I am very excited about this purchase. I am still not used to drawing on this piece of hardware. Regulus is still a little bit of difficulty. There's still a bit of a learning curve there, which you wouldn't think there would be. Just you're drawing straight on there. It should be just as simple as drawing on paper, right? Wrong. So there's been a little bit of issue there where I know if I do a page of the Interplanet Gazette on Regulus, it's going to be a little janky while I still learn that process. So there's been a little bit of conflict between should I just draw pages on Shop and the Wacom, which I know I can do, versus going ahead and doing that baptism through fire and drawing pages on the Wacom. And yeah, a couple of pages are going to be bad, but in the long run, I'm going to learn because this is eventually the future of all comics that I'm going to do. And that's kind of been stressing me out. Now, I've been doing some full-on character art for other things, and I have gotten good with that. So I'm definitely getting more comfortable with that. I've done some couple of changes to the Surface Pro, which, if you're thinking about getting a Surface Pro versus a Cintiq, one, if you're replacing a laptop and tablet at the same time, do it. Second thing, there's some things that you should change, things that help me personally. First thing, I've turned off all the touch on the thing. Like, I'm touching the screen right now, doesn't do anything. The only thing that works for a touch is if I take the my glasses. Take the pen, and I can tap and do stuff like that, like this cursor showing up. I wonder if that's going to show up here on the screen when I upload this. Whatever. But the pen is the only way that any kind of touching works on that. Other thing, it's a little weird to feel the screen on your palm. So what I did, I made, because I didn't want to buy one, because I'm brokey. I got a little artist glove that I made myself from a glove that I had from a Halloween costume when I was the Riddler. And I just cut out some of the fingers and thumb on it, and you just kind of that, this is the wrong one, but because it's inside out, because this was the right hand, and it feels nicer, so you don't feel that screen sliding, and it stops the smudging, which drives me nuts. So there's that. But it's a great purchase, and I'm really enjoying it. There's a lot of stuff that I can do with it. It's a lot faster than my laptop, which, to Chop's defense, he's 7 years old. How great is he going to be? So there's that. So that's really kind of been what's been going on with the Interplanet Gazette, why there hasn't been any pages. What's going to happen now is after I finish uploading this, I'm going to go over to my friend Ty and Ethan's. They're on vacation. I hope y'all are having a great time. And I'm going to go feed their cats because they're probably hungry. And Ty and Ethan paid me good money to take care of those cats. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. After that, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the next page of the Interplanet Gazette. The next page is going to be posted not this Monday, tomorrow, but next Monday. So I'm going to go ahead and take this whole week to try and go ahead and get a little buffer going back up on that. That's the main thing. As far as what else am I doing besides drawing comics, I'm currently working on a project. It's in response to something that Shane McCarthy, he's the Jellybean Sniper on Twitter, and he used to do the space between webcomic. I saw there was some kind of YouTube update about that. I have no idea what that is for, so I'm going to check that out as well. But he's taking an entire roster from Madden, gutting it, buying the cheapest free agents, and then he's going to turn that team into a Super Bowl contender. He's doing that with the Raiders or Redskins, I think. I don't know. But in response to that, I'm doing something that's called Tecmo Super Bowl Complete, and I'm going to play 28 seasons of Tecmo Super Bowl, in which I try to take all 28 teams in Tecmo Super Bowl to the Super Bowl. So, I'm doing that. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is with Mr. Cotton Hensley. He's Loving-Loser on Tumblr. We are a two-man stand-up improv group called Joking Hazard. Ideally, our schedules will open up a little bit, and we'll be able to do shows together on the Surface Pro, so we can kind of do like a radio show there. That's something I'm kind of hoping on. There's another thing that I'm doing. Oh, there's something I want to do. Since I have video capabilities now, if you want to ask me something on my Tumblr, crowncorvus.tumblr.com or ipgcomic.com, or really anywhere you can catch me on social media, I will be more than happy to do kind of a weekly show where I answer questions and kind of give you an update on, hey, what's going on with the Interplanet Gazette, or what am I working on? Because I think that'd be really cool to keep me honest and give me a way to do consistent content. So there is that. Thank you for watching. I know this is kind of a long thing. I think it's 7 minutes now. Almost 8 by the time I finish signing off. But if you've been following me on Tumblr, Twitter, anything like that, I do really want to thank you. Those of you who are following me, you are encouraging me, and it is a really great feeling to know that there's people who give any kind of damn about anything that I'm creating. It feels great, and you guys really make it worth it. So thank you for that. If you like anything I do, tell a friend. If you don't like what I do, tell an enemy. This is Eric Merritt, and I'm the writer and artist of the Interplanet Gazette, and I want to wish you a great rest of your Sunday. Good night. Good afternoon. It's noon. Sorry about that. Good afternoon. And it didn't stop, because I have to click stop.